podcast.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not going against what you guys are saying. When I say start from here, I'm talking about culturally. I'm not talking about lineage wise. When okay, right here, you just made an example. That I don't where you will. Where Marco. Anyway, he just said, man, they asked what you wanted. Motherfucker sent the girl because everybody love to have behind a black girl skirt. They sent the girl and the girl said we want to wear a t-shirt. You know why? Because y'all sent the girl. Girls don't know shit. They just do shit. What I'm saying is culturally, you're in a matriarchy, and even worse than that, y'all egalitarian. So you think just because of a color, everybody can do the same thing. You've never put yourself in a position that you can say this is what we're doing and we're gonna stand on it. Just gonna stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Without being communist, by being true Americans.
I had to push it back because in the 1920s, they stood on being Christians. You can't say they didn't. They stood on being Christians and that culture. They stood on that for a good 100 years, if not more. And it didn't work. Now, granted, we know now not retroactively, but we know now in hindsight that some flaws in that. But yeah, they stood on that. They produced a lot of good finance, and it just goes to show you that what I'm saying is true. You have to go through what it was in history. You are here. Y'all don't understand how much Islam plays in your life, irrespective of what your religion is. The Christians lost. They didn't win. They lost. Their existence, and the Jews, their existence is under Islamic law to this day. The United States of America's foundation came from a Muslim sultan acknowledging them because the country of Morocco didn't exist. The country of Morocco didn't exist until 1956. So that was a kingdom. You gotta understand the conversation that we having is way bigger than just a tribe. I'm tribed up. I know I'm Iroquois. I know I'm Tunica. I know I'm Choctaw, Arawak, Taino. I know I'm all of these things. I big this up, right? But I understand I have to have a nationality, and I understand that I have to have a religion. And a religion ties me to royalty. Then I can make royal claims. We're having such a small conversation, very, very small conversation, to be talking about some little bit of money called $20 trillion, when what you worth right now is 100 to 150 trillion a month.
Right. No, I get what Dirty Folks are saying. He's not disagreeing with the fact that we're owed reparations, but what he's saying is, culturally, at the place we are now, it's still a matriarchy. So even if they negotiated giving us reparations that we were owed, some way, somehow, because it's a matriarchy, they'd fashion it into a way where it was a welfare program where it wouldn't do anything or fix the problem. And then it'd be even worse because now they can say, hey, we gave you the money, you just fucked it up.
Yeah, but you know good and well that their culture only exists through 14th Amendment citizenship.
And that's what we use. But that's what we use to rebrand. I agree with you. I just did the whole reparation tip earlier.
That's what I'm saying. And I know that's what you're saying, but we don't need the 14th. It's going to cost you way more because they're still going to be regulated by the legislative branch. Okay, that's the problem.
Here's the thing. Every American has a right to have their own providence and their own sovereignty. That's why we have states. We're the United States, but every state is really its own sovereign nation with their own laws, rules, constitution.
So they have governors, yes.
Right. And they just pay homage to Rome, to Washington, D.C., right? No matter where you go in this nation, when you're sovereign, whether you're other people, non-black people do it right. Black people give it all up for some pussy. But when you don't care about the pussy, when you're not a matriarchy, then you can look at the Amish, you can look at the Mormons, you can look at the Jews, and you can see we were all in the same place in 1920. 1920, 1930, all of our names was on that sign. No Jews, no blacks, no Mexicans, no Irish, no dog. Everybody else said, man, we want this. And they asked blacks then, what do you want? They're like, we just want our girls back. And to this day, you're still judging your masculinity. A lot of people judging their masculinity by their ability to get a girl. Girls are the least important part of a car. Like, girls are the rims of the car. They're not important. They make the car look better. It drive better, better tires. But they need the engine that make it move. But y'all putting the rims in front of the car, and that's some hood nigga shit. How many niggas you know got a $600 car with $3,000 rims? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas operate like hood niggas. So what I'm saying is, culturally and economically, we say, okay, this is going to be the industries that we're known for. This is going to be the religion that we adopt. This is going to be our food, because you got to have national, all that. Everything that's on there, our Founders Day, which is like the 4th of July is Founders Day for the United States. All these things that every frat, every biker club, every gang, every nation has. Black people don't have, because there is no culture. Our culture is really the American culture. It's just a black washed white culture.
No,
yeah.
I know, I understand what you're saying. You want to establish stuff. That's fine. That's what you're supposed to do. But you only understand life from a commercial standpoint, because that's all we've been bonding into. All of that is legislative. When you say culture, you only get culture from religion. And I'm gonna say this again. You don't. I
said religion though. I said what our history is, what our official religion is.
But every royal on this planet is attached to a religion. That's the only thing that makes him a royal. So
that's fine.
In each one of these religions, in one of these structures, is the culture. That's where we got it from. The culture is already there. The Bible stands as law according to the U.S. government, so it's already there. You don't really need a culture. What you need is to distinguish public from private. Keep conflating the two. If we go straight back to the last conversation as it relates to family court, the only reason to go left is because this lady, your girlfriend, your wife, your baby mama, take your private rights and bring it and trade it for public assistance. There's a conflation and a mixing up of public and private. Religion is private. That's why it's one of the first things they give you.
Okay, so here's the issue with that, because the original laws are religious laws. I give you that.
All of them are. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. But here's the thing. Then we're not. First of all, we're still talking religion, because if everything is anarchy, then people not following religion, they're following anarchy. Which means in order to have that religion, you have to be able to enforce the laws and doctrines in it, which your toddlers don't do. They break code all the time. And I say that all the time. You ain't never seen an AKA chick married to an Alpha Phi Alpha.
We're not talking girl. We're not talking.
No, I know we're not talking girls, but what I'm saying is, if you're adding a culture and you can't defend your culture, you just, no matter what it is, if I get whatever I get, I'm just
no. The culture has gone nowhere. The culture has never been a problem. People are miseducated and taking themselves outside of what they need. You got people talking about, I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. How the fuck are you spiritual? Where do you get the knowledge of being spiritual from? You get it from religion.
But that's so
it's fucking stupid as shit. Then people, no, I'm about to go get the bag. Where the fuck do you think you got the concept of getting the bag? The richest nigga ever is in the Bible. The Bible has produced more money than technology for the last 2,000 years. Hundreds of trillions of dollars is made for the last 2,000 years. It's nothing in life is richer than religion. Nothing's even close to close.
This is where we're disagreeing. If you're saying that religion is culture, and I don't disagree with that, but I'm saying that you have a broken culture, then either it's not the religion for you, or the men aren't enforcing the laws and doctrines. Either way, you need to start from right now and saying, man, get down and lay down. Because that's the only way.
If that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. None. Yeah. Start enforcing the laws. That's what we've been saying. So we've been saying in our culture. Enforcing the laws. And I'm not talking about the crazy shit is, what we call religion is the real law. What we call the Constitution for the United States of America is actually religion. It's an expression of religion. That's why it says in there, all men are created equal. It's playing off the Bible. It's playing off the Quran. It's the most powerful thing. If I'm lying, I said this plenty of times. I just said it in the last video. When niggas had to get the jab, right? The only thing that saved niggas from getting the jab was what? That's it.
Or telling them to kiss your ass like we did in New York.
Oh yeah,
the term,
but that's
religion. In the term religion, I mean, when you a ligature, which means to bind something, that's just basically rebinding you to the law. That's the whole term. is religion.
That's gravity, because you don't jump the fuck off the planet.
Right.
Science and religion is the same thing. It's not separate. So people think you lose stuff when I say religion because of the connotation. That's why we speak up for religion, because it's like the little kid everybody think they're gonna whip on. But all your concepts come. Mansa Musa was the richest nigga in the world. He was a Muslim. He was doing what he did because that's what the Quran told him to do.
But this crazy thing about Mansa Musa is he didn't start up as a Muslim. He became a Muslim in order to get cheaper trade during the Silk Road. So he changed his religion to get a discount.
But he couldn't do it without it.
Well, that's how we know he was definitely black.
That's right.
They would be fools to resist my divine power.
His death was a necessary loss. Soon I will have a new apprentice, one far younger and more powerful.
Remember, when a king is loved as I am, much can be accomplished.
We didn't do this because we like you. We did this because we are you.
Boom, the world class.